Did you know that pulling a nail or screw from your tire can turn a slow leak into a full blowout in seconds? But here's what most people don't know. That nail might actually be the only thing keeping you from being stranded on the highway. If you see anything lodged in your thread, don't pull it. This is one of the few times where your pullout game needs to be weak. In this video, we'll show you exactly how to tell what's repairable, how to safely get it to a repair shop, and the one proper repair tip that tire pros use so the leak doesn't come back. Plus, we'll reveal the $15 tool that could save you from a $500 tow bill in repair. Stay with us so we can save your life, your rim, and possibly prevent a highway blowout. Let's start with tip number 1, making the tires safe enough to move. Picture this. You're walking to your car and spot a screw sticking out of your tire. Your first instinct? Pull it out, right? Nah, stop right there. See a screw, nail, bolt, or staple stuck in the thread? Oftentimes, that object is acting like a cork. If you pull it, you could create a rapid air loss that you can't control. I've seen drivers go from 30 psi to completely flat in under 60 seconds. First off, don't touch the object. You should check the tire pressure with a gauge. Don't have one? Make today the day. A $15 gauge is cheaper than any tow. Here's exactly what you should take notice of. Is the pressure at or near the driver door sticker specification? If yes, you can slowly drive to the nearest tire shop, but here's the key. Stay under 45 miles per hour and avoid highways. Is the pressure low but still holding shape? Try to add air to the spec. Then drive slowly and check the pressure every 5 minutes or 3 miles, whichever comes first. Is it hissing or nearly flat? A $150 tow beats a $400 rim replacement every time. Think about it, which is cheaper, towing a tire that's still repairable or buying a new tire and maybe your rim too because you drove it on a flat for just a mile? The first one, right? Your wallet agrees. But here's where most people mess up. They don't know what's actually fixable. Tip number 2, understanding what's repairable versus what's not. I asked 3 tire shop managers the same question. What's the number 1 mistake customers make? All 3 of them said they drive on tires that could have been saved if they hadn't driven on them flat. Most shops follow tire industry standards. Repairable means a small puncture that's less than a quarter's diameter. That's roughly 6 millimeters in the thread area only. And here's the critical part. A tire must never be driven below 20 minutes of its recommended PSI. However, not repairable includes sidewalls or shoulder punctures, gashes, or anything bigger than a quarter inch, or internal damage from driving flat. Every 2 miles on a flat tire can destroy the sidewall from inside. If your object is in the center thread and the tire hasn't been driven very low or flat, there's a 90% chance it can be saved. If it's in the shoulder or sidewall, even if it looks minor, it's typically not safe to repair. Why? The sidewall flexes thousands of times per mile. Any patch there will fail. Before we move on, what if the object is huge, like a large bolt or a piece of rebar? Well, definitely don't yank it. Treat it as a rapid loss risk and swap to the spare tire or tow it. One shop owner told me about a customer who pulled a 3-inch bolt and the tire deflated so fast it unseated the rim. Now, let's talk about the repair method that most drivers have never heard of. Tip number 3, the only proper repair. Here's a dirty secret 70% of tire repairers are doing wrong, and that quick fix could leave you stranded months later. Pros will demount the tire and inspect the inside. The correct repair is a combination patch plug installed from the inside. Fixes like a simple string plug from the outside is temporary at best. It can seep in cold weather, fail under heat, or hide internal damage that's spreading. One study found that 40% of external plugs fail within 6 months. However, the plug patch seals the injury through the hole and patches the inner liner, restoring the air seal. It's literally hardening to become part of the tire, as strong as the original rubber. If a shop suggests a quick inside plug only, you should ask, can you demount and do a proper plug patch from the inside? If they won't, just walk away, consider another shop. A proper repair takes 20 to 30 minutes because they have to demount the tire. A sketchy repair takes 5 minutes with the tire still on the car. If a 20-minute proper repair makes it as reliable as before, Why gamble on a shortcut? But location isn't just about sidewall versus thread. It's more specific than that. Tip number 4, puncture location matters. There's actually a repair zone on your tire, and it's smaller than you think. We're gonna cover each location and explain each scenario. The center thread, which is the middle 75% of the thread, is usually repairable if the size is within limits. This is your green zone. Most punctures here can be saved. Next, look near the edges, such as the shoulder, outer edges of the thread. This is usually not repairable. The tire flexes the most here. Repairs done along this area fail 80% of the time within just 3 months. How about something you never repair? That'd be the sidewall. It's structural, highly flexible, and heat-loaded. A sidewall puncture equals new tire, no exceptions. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Your safety is number 1. Alright, German car owners, listen up. BMWs, Mercedes, and Audis often have stricter repair policies. If you're unsure where the injury lies, well, don't pull on it to see. Mark the spot with chalk or tape, inflate the spec, and let a shop inspect it. Taking photos help too. Make sure you do it for your reference and the mechanic's documentation. Now let's get specific about what and why you should never pull out. Tip number 5. What not to pull. We surveyed 50 tire techs. What's the weirdest thing you've ever seen in a tire? The answers range from house keys to chicken bones. But here's what matters to you. You should not, under any circumstances, pull these from the thread on the road. These include nails, screws, bolts, staples, rivets, razor bits, small drill bits, metal shards, or even construction debris. By not pulling them, you can seal the hole just enough for you to get to a repair shop. In contrast, yanking them can create rapid deflation, bead unseating, or even rim damage. One customer's $2,000 chrome rim was destroyed because they pulled a nail and drove 100 yards on the flat. You may be wondering, what about glass? Actually, it often chips and doesn't stay embedded. If a shard is actually stuck and hissing, treat it like any other puncture. Here's a fun fact. Tempered glass from car windows rarely puncture tires. It's designed to crumble, not pierce. Don't pull it. You should add air if possible and head straight to a shop carefully. Think of it this way. The foreign object is a temporary band-aid. Why rip it off before you reach the doctor? But what if you're nowhere near a shop when disaster strikes? Tip number 6. Your backup plan on the road. These warning signs could save you from being stranded. Do you feel or hear thumping? If yes, slow down immediately. The object could be long and hitting the wheel well. I've seen brake lines severed by protruding bolts. This is serious. Is the car pulling or vibrating? Check the pressure immediately. Low PSI causes heat buildup that can melt tire rubber from inside. Every 5 PSI below spec increases sidewall flex by 20%. Is there no gauge? Maybe gas stations have one, or use the tire pressure monitoring system, or short for TPMS reading if you have one installed in your car. Here's a pro tip. Screenshot your TPMS readings when tires are properly inflated for reference. No spare tire? Consider a mobile tire service or roadside tow to a tire shop. You should avoid driving flat at all costs. Sidewall damage happens in under a mile. AAA reports that 30% of drivers don't know if they even have a spare. What about using sealants like Fix-A-Flat? Here's what they don't tell you on the can. You should always read the label, but some are TPMS safe. Always be sure to tell your tech you use sealant. This is critical. That's because cleanup adds $20 to $50 in labor, and some shops refuse the job entirely. Use sealant only as a get-to-safety option, not as a done-for-months fix. Plus, sealant can throw off wheel balance, causing vibration at highway speeds. Now, if you have fancy tires or sensors, this next part is crucial. Tip number 7. Run flats, spares, and TPMS. Well, we have a message for you run flat owners. Your rules are completely different. With run flats, many are designed to go up to 50 miles at 50 miles per hour without pressure. But here's the catch. Once driven flat, most are non-repairable by manufacturer policy. Even so, the tire may still be non-repairable after a run flat event. Inspection is mandatory. A $400 run flat replacement beats thinking you're safe when you're not. With compact or donut spares, they're actually limited to about 50 miles per hour in shorter distances. You should inflate it to the listed PSI, sometimes around 60 PSI. This is way higher than regular tires. Full-size spares are great, but definitely verify the pressure and age. Rubber degrades. If your spare is 10 plus years old, it might fail when you need it most. Take some time to check it sooner rather than later. With TPMS, a puncture can trigger a warning. After repair, most direct sensors don't need to relearn if the wheel stays on the same corner. That being said, sensor batteries last 7 to 10 years. A dead sensor means replacement, not just repair. Not sure what relearn means? It tells the car's computer which sensor goes where. Mess this up and your car shows the wrong tire pressures. So, do you know where your spare, jack, and locking lug key are right now? If not, go check after this video. 28% of drivers can't find their spare when they need it. Sometimes you might need to do your own temporary fix. Tip number 8. When you can do a temporary plug. Here's when you can do a temporary plug. If you're stranded in a truly unsafe area, the object is in the center thread, the hole is small, and you're comfortable using a quality plug kit. Then and only then should you try this. A temporary plug could get you and your car to the nearest shop. Follow the kit directions carefully. Make sure you don't over-ream the hole. You're making it bigger, permanently. Inflate the spec, check for leaks. Soapy water shows bubbles at leaks, and this is crucial. Drive under 45 miles an hour and get it properly fixed within 48 hours. Then request a proper plug and patch at the shop. Which would you choose? Would you rather have a temporary fix to reach the repair shop or a permanent problem because you trusted a parking lot plug? Finally, here's how not to get ripped off at the shop. Tip number 9. How to hand it off to the pros. These 3 sentences could save you $100. Before you roll into the shop, mark the spot with bright tape or chalk so the techs find it fast. This saves diagnostics time you're paying for in labor time. Tell them if you added a sealant or used a temporary plug. Hiding this wastes your time and your money. Ask specifically for a plug patch from the inside with internal inspection. Using the right terms shows you know what you're talking about. If the shop says it's not repairable because of the size, location, or internal damage, you should ask for a prorated warranty replacement and whether the mate on the axle needs to match. This is crucial for all-wheel drives and 4x4s. Mismatched tires can damage your differential. Some manufacturers require all 4 tires within 232 seconds of an inch thread depth difference. Alright, time to wrap it up. When you encounter a tire problem, don't pull the object and avoid highways. Go with slow speeds to a tire shop. A small puncture in the center thread is repairable. Puncture on the sidewall, big holes, or damage from driving flat needs replacement. Remember, run flats and spares will only buy you time, not immunity. Now it's your turn. Have you ever found something weird in your tire? What did you do? Drive, plug, or tow? Drop your experience below. Your story might save someone else a tire. We'd love to hear from you. And if you've ever seen or dealt with a mystery puddle under a car, check out our video here. This way we can help prevent small leaks from turning into an even bigger bill. Drive smart, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.